Shannon Sharp, I'm of this mindset right now. They need to do away with All-Star Weekend. Just get rid of it.
The whole weekend?
It was
Chris,
unwatchable.
Yeah,
unwatchable.
it was like it was terrible, man. It's an embarrassment.
Come on, man.
Perk.
To be honest, it was embarrassing and it was disrespectful to the game of basketball.
Get that piece of crap out of my ring. Because I've proved, son, without a shadow of a doubt, you ain't got what it takes anymore.
Well, this is going to be my final say right here, and I just want to show you the numbers of why I believe the All-Star game now is a joke. As you can see, shout out to First Things First. I had to take a screenshot at this so I could put it on display. Shout out to that show. In 2001, back when Allen Iverson was playing, as you can see in points, 221 points between both teams in the East and West.
Which is a lot. Which is a lot of points. Which is a lot of points. Let's be real. Especially during that era of basketball, where games would end like 89, 86 and stuff like that. That's a lot of points.
Well, no, you would have games in regular, even back then, where they would score 110 points and whatnot. You see that. But as you can see here, 221 and what did they score now? Practically 400 points. Let's just round it up a little bit, all right? Let's just round it up. 400 points. The 3-point. Look at this. When it comes to 3-point shooting, 31 to 168. Are you 168? Let's continue. For the free throw line, compared to 30. You want to know why? Because there's no defense anymore. All they're doing is just jacking up threes. That's all they're doing.
Let's be real. The free throws are the most boring part of the game. Let's be real.
Not really.
Yeah, they are. Especially if you're going against your team, that's the most important part of the game.
Let's continue. Look at the blocks.
I think you know I'm right, but go ahead, continue.
Look at the blocks and look at the steals. 12 to 3, 29 to 14. This is 100% proof. I don't care what you say. You can say what you want. Defend the All-Star game as much as you want. But the proof is in the pudding, my friend. The proof is in the pudding. You said that, it doesn't, but they didn't really, compete back then either. This is proof that you are wrong.
No, it's not. No, it's not proof.
This is proof that you are wrong.
No, it's not.
Yes.
No, it's not.
What do you mean? No, it's not. What do you mean? No, it's not.
I already mentioned it before. Back in that time when with the Lakers and the Sixers and all that stuff, right? Two teams not scoring 221 points combined. You're not doing that. And even back then, they're not shooting 31-3 between them. Go back to the screen yet. They're not shooting 31 threes combined. Now, free throws are around the same, blocks and steals, those are around the same. But again, like, they weren't playing high level defense in these All-Star games. They're not. Again, and you said I'm defending. I didn't even watch the All-Star game this year because I don't care about fake games.
No, you didn't watch because you knew that the show was going to be garbage. You knew what they were going to display was going to be a boring exhibition game. That's why.
No.
Yes.
I didn't watch because I didn't care, because I don't care about the All-Star game. I simply don't care. So why am I getting so hell-bent over something that I don't care about?
Because this, at the end of the day, it's still a product. This is the one and a few opportunities that we actually have to where we could celebrate watching all these dudes play in one game. And what do? They don't even play. There's no competition.
They gave
go. Yeah. And this, I also want to say this. You see, this is a reflection of soft culture and entitlement. You can see whether if it's in a regular season or in the All-Star game, what I'm watching is a bunch of spoiled brats who doesn't value hard work anymore. That's what I see when I'm watching the All-Star game. That's what I'm seeing when I'm watching the regular season game. People who are just spoiled brats who only care about making as much money as possible, but yet they don't want to work for it anymore. And the All-Star game is a prime example of that. I'm not interested. That's why when I was watching the All-Star game, I only watched to like the mid-second quarter. And what did I do? Shut off the TV. Not interested. I was so pissed off. How am I in the world I'm going to waste my Sunday watching a game where nobody is competing? And look, it's sad because when it comes to America, or I should say American sports, it used to define great work ethic. When you saw Dirk Nowitzki winning his championship, Kobe and Shaquille O'Neal proving that they could win without each other. You know what I'm saying? When you saw how MJ finally beating the Pistons, the Spurs when they finally got their revenge on Miami, took the whole entire season seriously just so they could get the rematch with Miami and destroyed them. You know what I'm saying? All of those things that we have watched and witnessed in the past had meaning. It constantly put your eyes on the TV screen because these guys appreciated hard work. That's why I always told you, regardless of how reckless Russell Westbrook has been, he never cheats the game. Giannis never cheats the game. Kobe Bryant never cheated the game. MJ never cheated the game. Guys like CP3 never cheats the game. That's why those guys, at least in my opinion, I appreciate those guys because they put hard work on display. And now what you see is guys just constantly do load management. Now they're whining about the whole 65 game thing, the whole 65 game rule in order for you to get all these rewards. All you get now is just people just constantly complaining about money, complaining about about injuries. Like, bro, I'm just not interested, or I shouldn't say interested. I'm not as invested like I used to be when it comes to the NBA. I'm not. And that is the reason why that the NFL continues to rise in ratings and the NBA continues to decline.
They're not the reason why.
Continues to decline.
Not the reason why. It's not the reason why.
No, look. At the end of the day, Hoovy, we have a product where players in the organization wants more money, more recognition, with less work. That's what we have. More money, more recognition, but less work. And you can ruin your own product from the inside out by constantly putting this on display. And I'm sorry, I'm not interested. And when it comes to the All-Star game and when it comes to the regular season, how you have guys admitting that they don't play hard in a regular season game, well then why even have a regular season anymore? Why bother having a regular season if guys are not even going to work hard in the regular season? If that's what you want, then let's just have a what do they call it in college basketball? Like one and done, whatever they call it. You might as well have that. Because that's the only way that guys are going to compete. And as for me, I am done with the All-Star. I want to give it one last chance. One last chance. But I'm done with the All-Star games now. I'm done with the All-Star games. These guys are just spoiled brats, and they do not appreciate, and they're taking us, the fans. I don't care about. I know you say you don't care, but I think they're taking us for granted, and this is just going to constantly ruin the NBA product as years goes on. So that's all I have to say.
Okay. So is that all you have to say? Then you're not going to respond to anything that I'm saying.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. You mentioned all the guys. You talk about how they, all these guys who take the game seriously and all the other crap. Where do they make their where do those guys make their mark? Where do those guys make their mark? You
Do
think
agree.
where do those guys make their mark? It's not an all-star game. Hell, I would argue it's not even the regular season. It's the postseason. Like great players, you have great players no matter what. Legends are created in the postseason. Okay, this idea that you can argue over about the regular season if they don't take that seriously, you can make an argument over that, right? This idea that we're now doing this over an All-Star game, and again we had a major argument over this last year. We had a major argument over this last year. Right, the All-Star game is nothing more than a gathering of sponsors patting each other on the back. That's all this is.
As you're talking, I hope you're looking at these numbers, but continue.
That's perfectly fine. Like
It just goes to show what I'm saying is correct, but continue.
no, it's not. No, it's not, because nobody makes their mark in the All-Star game. Nobody. No one gives a damn. Like at the end of the day, no one gives a damn about the All-Star game. No one cares. Where guys make their legend is in the postseason. That's where they make their mark. Is in the postseason.
Perfect.
And last year, in the postseason, we had one of the best postseasons that we've seen in a long time. Right? Now, mind these are the same guys who quote don't take the season seriously, playing, do all this and all this entitled baby is what you call them. Yeah, we had one of the best postseasons that we've had in a long time. Why? Because everybody knows, and even those who want to pretend that they give a shit about the regular season and the All-Star game, everybody knows you make your mark in the postseason. That's where you become great. You can have a career like Ricky Davis, right? You can have a career like Ricky Davis. He can do cool things in a regular season game or whatever. Or you could be like Michael Jordan, like LeBron James, right? Like Magic Johnson. Guys who go into the postseason and more often than not they win more than they lose. Right? Like what happened with Joker this year. Joel Embiid won MVP, won the regular season MVP. That's cute. I'm just gonna win Finals MVP and bring a championship to Denver for the first time in ever. So all you guys can cry about, regular season and All-Star games all you want. The facts are, everybody, including you, including Mota, including anybody else who watches basketball, the only thing that matters,
including critical drop.
Everybody.
Okay.
Everybody. All you guys care about at the end of the day is what dudes do in the postseason. All the regular season is, and all the All-Star game is a road. That's it. It's a road to get to the ultimate destination. I mean, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Okay. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Am I lying? Am I wrong?
You're still wrong.
How am I wrong?
Because at the end of the day, we, the fans, are still investing time in watching. We are still investing our money in buying tickets to watch you play. So even though we may say that the postseason is the priority,
which is true, right?
Or the primary.
Yeah, which is true, right?
That the regular season is secondary. Even if, despite that being a fact, we still want hard work and competition being displayed on the regular season. Otherwise,
you get that in the regular season. You get that in the regular season.
Otherwise,
the problem isn't the regular season. You're not getting that in the All-Star game, which is frankly the least important game on their schedule.
Okay, you do realize that people don't play. It seems like they don't play defense in the regular season either.
Hey, that's what you got. You got to talk to Adam Silver.
When all you see is just threes and And dunks, where's the defense?
You gotta talk to Adam Silver because they legislated defense out of the game, and they've been doing that ever since the mid 2000s. They've legislated defense out of the game.
Perfect.